Basically, it had happened a few months before I met him, and it was fresh on his mind, and it was something he wanted to explore, and that, to me, was so exciting because, you know, when you meet a pop star and they want to make a movie, you just naturally think it's going to be, I don't know, like a music video or a puff piece or something, but the fact that he wanted to explore something really vulnerable and traumatic was a great jumping off point to me, you know?
Well, usually when something traumatic happens to me, I either write a song or I'll make an album, or, you know, that's usually been my therapy. With this film, with this incident, I kind of wanted fans to visualize it, experience it. Jenna, I've been a fan of. We've had some mutual working friends. Kevin, who is a producer on X, also a producer on our film, Kevin Turn, who passed away, very close with us. He had showed me her work, yeah, and X, Scream, everything she's done, she's always just been more than a star, just an emotional performer that I've always wanted to, you know, that I saw for Anima. Barry's been a friend of mine for years. Yeah, Barry's been a friend of mine. Well, I've been a fan of Sacred Deer when it first came out, and he was just always a magnet on screen. But we've been friends, so I knew that a role like that, someone like him would be perfect because I feel safe to just, you know, be vulnerable, and I can just learn from him. I think he's the best actor working right now.
Stylist Enrique Melendez is obsessed with Sex and the City, and he was thinking, oh man, New York, what's a good New York theme film? And there's probably nothing more New York than Carrie Bradshaw. So I don't know how we pulled it off. There was a million conversations being had, but I feel so lucky and so privileged to be able to, you know, wear such a stunning dress. It just kind of slipped right on. It's perfect. Definitely one of my favorites. Anima is a very emotional, sensitive person tied to Abel. She kind of is Abel in a sense, and she really needs him to get better and start looking after himself, and she knows that he's been neglecting many aspects of his life. So she's very intense, but with good intention, I think.
He plays Abel's manager, and, you know, he's sort of like, best way to describe him is like, he is the audience, I feel, you know, we get an insight through his vision and, you know, what it's like to be in and around that culture, and he breaks boundaries. He takes permissions. Yeah, it's an eventful part. You know, this movie shows, you know, that you don't just relate through the industry and you know, the success Abel has had is massive, and so getting an insight into that and playing that part, and, you know, getting to, you know, kind of bring myself to it as well in our relationship, what we have off screen. You know, I know him as Abel, and it's sort of not weird, but it's crazy for me to see him up there as the Weeknd and as Abel, and also as a character that he's sort of discovering as he goes along with the movie as well.